Welcome to Diamond Dynasty. Here's your chance to draft your team's 5 best players. For your first pick, select a middle infielder. Great. Now select a corner infielder. Let's head to the outfield. Who do you want to draft? Good call. Now it's time to select your starting pitcher. Who do you think should get the call in the bullpen? Finally, select a stadium to get started. Now, to speed things up, we will draft the rest of your roster for you. Good luck.
Well, the clear skies typically mean one thing, a hot afternoon here at Chase Field in Phoenix. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the San Francisco Giants and the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's Diamondbacks baseball on the show, and it comes your way next. Zach Greinke is on the mound for the Diamondbacks. Harold, what do you got?
Well, Matt, this guy's not going to blow you away. He's a consistent major league pitcher. Look, his ERA last year a little bit over 4, but he takes the baseball. And he's a guy that's going to take his lumps, but he's going to keep coming back at you. And I think we'll probably see that kind of performance today.
Here's the center fielder, Denard Span. He will lead this one off today.
San Francisco, center fielder, Denard Span.
Underway at the ballpark this afternoon as the first pitch is in there for strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. The mercury still rising here at the ballpark. 93 degrees our game time temperature. Greinke ready now, the 1-1. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play.
Boy, that fastball in right there really makes him conscious of the inside pitch and starts cheating. Now you're set up to throw something away if you elect to do that.
The 1-2 pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. Here he comes again, 1-2. And tough fastball to lay off on 1-2, but he did, and it's 2-2 now.
Seems like he's thrown everything at him, the kitchen sink, and he just fouled them off. So he tried to throw something right there and make him chase, and he didn't. So I don't know where he goes from here.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Peralta is there, and he'll bring this one in. And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. What do they need to do to get a win on the road here today, Harold?
This is going to be a dogfight tonight. They are facing a premier pitcher. I'm talking about one of the elite guys in the league. I want to see if they make little tweaks to how they might attack him. Are they going to lay off that nasty breaking ball with 2 strikes? Or will they be able to drive the ball to the ballpark when they get that one pitch to hit? This is going to be a great matchup.
First offering on its way. Brandon Belt is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, Earl doesn't get a lot of complaints from players or coaches about his strike zone. He calls a good zone, and more importantly, he's consistent.
Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
2 knows the count.
Outside, 3-0 now. Career line against Greinke. He's got 8 hits in 29 at-bats. He also has 1 home run. Set to deliver on 3-0. Hit back up the middle. Fielded by Owings. Throw on to first is in time, and Greinke's got himself 2 outs.
Batting third, the catcher, number 28, Buster Posey.
Here's Buster Posey now. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Into the windup and the pitch. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. Just settling in here in Phoenix for this one. in there, and he's ahead 0-2 now. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1-2.
I like how he wasted that pitch. It was close enough to tempt the hitter to swing, but now you got him thinking, will he come back with another fastball? You got him set up. Off speed, hard pitch, anything now.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Another 1-2 delivery. Slow roller back to the mound. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Good work there by Zach Greinke. It's the Giants 0. Diamondbacks coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Madison Bumgarner, a lefty from North Carolina, gets the starting assignment. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, he's got 5 pitches, and I love the fact he mixes them well. And we'll just see if he's on today. That means he's throwing strikes with all of them, and he'll have a dominant game if he does so.
In now, A.J. Pollock. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Diamondbacks, center fielder, A.J. Pollock.
Low for ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Slider up that he gets a call on. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. And now here's a look at the Diamondbacks starting lineup. Harold, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, the key to me in this one, I'm going to throw a cliche at you, Matt. You know I don't use many cliches. I would have to say have great energy. Play with some enthusiasm. Be excited about playing. And if they do that, man, they carry it through for 9 innings. Look out.
Jake Lamb standing in now. First pitch of the at-bat. And a ball 1-0.
Boy, I like the pitch idea. It looked like he tried to get him to chase right there, make him think that ball's over the plate and it runs away, but he laid off it. I don't know how, but he did.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. There's that slider truly in an unhittable spot. It's 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get it a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
And the pitch on 2-1. Way in front of that fastball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fouled back. Looking for back-to-back Ks to start the game. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Paul Goldschmidt is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1.
When you're on the road, you look for that one guy that's going to be able to get that W for you, and you consider it a win day. He's starting off nice right now. 2 strikeouts in the bottom of the first. You got to be thinking, this is our guy. This is a chance to get a W.
This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2.
Matt, he's thrown 2 pitches right down the middle and got away with them. I don't think he should go back there again, but he's got to locate a little bit better if he wants to put him away. This guy's too good a hitter.
Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning.
3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're off to the second, scoreless on the show. Coming to the plate now, Hunter Pence. He'll lead it off against Zach Greinke to open up the inning.
Hunter Pence.
And that's taken for strike 1.
He might want that pitch back, up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
Now the 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Just reached back and threw a high fastball right by him. He didn't stand a chance.
Now a swing and a fly ball. Peralta on the move. Makes the play, 1 away.
All right, time for the majestic defensive alignment for the D-backs. And down there at first base, Paul Goldschmidt. The thing I like about him, he catches everything. That's why he won a Gold Glove before. Throw it his direction. He's a big target. Stands about 6'4". He's wide. He'll make the play for you. He's a great guy to throw to, and he can also make the plays on his own.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Career line against Greinke. He's got 5 base hits in 29 at-bats. He's taken him deep once. Here's the first pitch now from Greinke. And he pops him up back behind second base. Under it is Owings, and there are 2 away now.
Batting 6th, third baseman, Eduardo Nunez.
So coming to the plate, Eduardo Nunez. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Into the windup and the pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And this one's too far inside, ball 2.
Pretty easy takes to start out this at bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
This is line to left. And that's in there. So perhaps some life here with 2 men out. He was able to keyhole a strike on 2-0 to keep the inning alive.
Well, this is the 6th hitter he faces. He finally gets up a hit, but man, he's looking sharp today. I think he's going to have a good game.
Digging in now, Jarrett Parker. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike 1. Grounded to short. Owings is there. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1 left for San Francisco. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Stepping in, David Peralta. He'll begin things here against Madison Bumgarner.
Right fielder, David Peralta.
In there, no balls and a strike. Bumgarner ready with the 0-1. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around the leadoff walk.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
All right, time for majestic defensive alignment for the Giants. And behind the plate, you got Buster Posey. Took him a little while to figure out how to work things in the big leagues, but boy, can he catch. He can still catch and throw. He'll fool you every now and then, too, but he calls a tremendous game.
Stepping into the box, Yasmani Tomas, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss.
Boy, that's a tough two-seamer to hit right there. Usually that two-seamer will start in on the hitter and tail away, but that one started at the middle of the plate and broke off. Uh-oh, look out now.
That's a ball. 1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. And the changeup is way low that time. And the pitch on 2-1. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him. Bottom of the second here with no score. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Wow, his stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
Brandon Drury will bat next.
He swings and grounds it to short.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. I think a few of these folks need to get out of the sun. 2 complete. Still scoreless here on the show. Back now in the desert Southwest, set for the top of the 3rd from Chase Field in Phoenix. Settling in now, Madison Bumgarner. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Madison Bumgarner.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a little tapper. Foul ball, however, strike 1. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
I like that combination right there. Show him the curveball, and now that fastball sitting in the low 90s is going to look even faster. Nice job of mixing it up.
That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And a fastball just a bit up.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away. So now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
I really like that he gave up middling out of the zone trying to get him to chase. That wasn't working, so he just reached back and fired a good old country hardball fastball right by him. No better feeling in the world when you're a pitcher than throwing a fastball right by a guy.
Here's Joe Panic. as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. Third inning, no score to this point. 2-0.
Well, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane of the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. The pitch. Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3.
3-1. This guy, whew, he's a good hitter. This is the kind of count gets him excited.
1 out, nobody on. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Well, in a scoreless game, you want to do anything you can to jumpstart your offense. With the speed of this guy on first, don't be surprised if he gets the green light here.
Digging in to try it again. Denard Span. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1.
This is the situation where there's a lot of pressure on the infielders if the ball's put in play on the ground. Both the guy at first and at the plate are burners, so a double play is going to be tough. Even getting 1 out could be a challenge.
The 1-0 delivery. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Tell you what, that speed kills you, Matt. He walked him to get on. He nibbled, trying to make him swing the bat, and he didn't. And now he's on first base, and he falls behind this hitter 2-0. That speed will kill you.
Two 2-0 count. Here it comes. 3-0 now.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. Just has to be the right pitch to hack at.
3-0 pitch on its way. And he misses again here. It's ball 4. And that's back-to-back walks here with 1 away.
And with the bases empty, you don't feel bad about walking that guy. He's capable of taking deep every time he digs in, so it's not the worst thing in the world to work around him if you can.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. 0 for 1 here in the early going. In there at the knees, strike 1.
Well, he got ahead of him right there, and I'd even say he got away with one. Down and into this guy, that's his nitro zone right there. You don't want to flirt around there very often.
First and second now, 1 man out. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down and in unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
Ready with the 1-1. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Lamb ranging into the outfield, and that's the second out of the inning.
The catcher, number 28, Buster Posey.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Buster Posey. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Squared that one up just a little late. Strike two called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
Well, he's got himself in a little bit of a jam, but I tell you what, he does as good a job as anybody. First and second, 2 outs. Now watch how he pitches on the corners and tries to get himself out of this.
2 men are on with 2 men out. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, but that'll be off the right field wall. In to score, the runner from second. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. The tag, and he is out. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Giants on top, 1-0. Here's Chris Owings now. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. First pitch coming. Here it is. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
Well, he doubled up on that slider, so that tells me he's really feeling it at this point in the game. Good chance we'll see a heavy dose of that slider as this start continues.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A shot to second base and handled for the first out.
Batting 8th, pitcher, Zach Greinke.
Standing in, Zach Greinke. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Diamondbacks still searching for that first hit of the ball game. Ball 2 now.
Tell you what, pitching to the pitcher is not that easy. Sometimes when you face him, a little bit of a letdown. He's in a 2-0 count right now. You got to really focus, I think, more so with the pitcher hitting against you than anybody.
Here he comes on 2-0. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Looks at a fastball inside, so he's in the driver's seat. 3-1.
3-ball count right now. This looks like the best chance of getting a base runner on so far.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now. 3-2.
He's looking really great on the bump right now. I mean, it's been a while since he's allowed a base runner, and he just jumped ahead of another hitter right there.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Now, I know he struck out there, but for a pitcher, that's a pretty solid at bat. Anytime you can make an opposing pitcher out there work and throw quite a few more extra pitches, that's a quality AB in my book.
Here's the catcher now, Chris Iannetta. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Starting to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Now the pitch. And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle.
Back-to-back sliders in on the hands. He didn't handle it real well at all in the previous pitch, so why not come right back with it again? Better job of laying off that one, though.
Bumgarner has his sign. 1-1 on its way. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
That's the perfect pitch after you've just brushed a guy back. The hitter probably isn't sitting up there thinking you're going to flip something soft up there.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. On the move is Pence. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Diamondbacks down in order. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. With Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as Hunter Pence digs in to get the inning started.
Hunter Pence.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. Here's the pitch. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
Clearly they're not trying to give him anything to hit, are they? I mean, everything's away, but he's sitting 2-0. Let's see if he extends and maybe looks outside to drive something.
Here it comes, 2-0. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
Fly ball out toward left center field. Pollock has a read on it. Makes the play, 1 away.
The batter, number 35, shortstop, Brandon Crawford.
Ready for another chance. Brandon Crawford. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First delivery to him on the way. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
Sharp ground ball to third. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman, Eduardo Nunez.
So striding forward now, Eduardo Nunez, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
No balls, 1 strike.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that one stayed up a little high.
1-1.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Drury has it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Giants are down 1-2-3. They lead it 1-0. Digging in for his second at-bat, A.J. Pollock. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Set to deliver the 0-1. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. And he's set down, 1 away.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, third baseman, Jake Lamb.
Striding in once again, Jake Lamb comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch of the at bat. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner.
Tell you what, I'm already taking inventory in the 4th inning here, Matt. His secondary pitch has really been effective. He's used it well. He's getting a lot of good results from it. I just wonder if they're going to make an adjustment as the game continues.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. No runs, no hits, no errors so far for the Diamondbacks. And he'll take a look at a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2.
Well, now it's a 1-2 count. He's throwing the same pitch 3 times in a row. He got ahead with it. Now let's see if he puts him away with it.
The 1-2 pitch. Grounder down the line at third. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. 1 out, nobody on. Fastball, and he has to bend out of the way of that one.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the 2nd time this afternoon. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. And a fastball runs in a bit too close for comfort that time.
Hey, one of the things every pitcher wants to do is make sure that those hitters aren't very comfortable up there. See how he runs this hard one in right here? That's a pitch you just want to try to get a hitter to move his feet a little bit.
Swing and a flare hit toward right. Pence is there. And that ends the inning. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. It remains 1-0. Stepping up now, Jarrett Parker. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Left fielder, Jarrett Parker.
Here's Greinke back to work now as he jumps ahead of the first man to greet him. It's strike 1.
Well, that'll get your head shaken at the plate. That's a pitch he hasn't used much in this game. Now he throws that for a strike, and you add that to the rest of his repertoire. Man, it's tough to cover them all.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. And that misses. 2-1. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Peralta has a play. He's got it 1 away.
Now batting, pitcher, Madison Bumgarner.
Now at the plate, Madison Bumgarner. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he just misses with a curveball. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
Yeah, and he might strike out for a second time right here.
Breaking ball called third strike as that catches the zone for out number 2.
The batter, second baseman.
Here's Joe Panik. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the bat pretty well, and he can definitely run.
Here comes the 1-0. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a fastball not close. It's 2-1 now. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A high fastball is in there.
2-2.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. Giants down in order, but they lead it 1-0. Digging in, David Peralta comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
David Peralta.
First pitch on its way. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
We are watching him reach back and just challenge it with the fastball. Now we got a 1-2 count, and that's 3 fastballs in a row.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball.
So tough to lay off that pitch he just missed on. That's a sweeping slider. You got 2 strikes on it. That ball just continues to move, and he laid off it.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Here's Yasmani Tomas. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.